Here are the shelves put up.
Okay. This is my first time ever putting
Right.
up.
Do you want to stand by the shelves?
Sure.
Okay. We used to live in a big house and now we live in a little apartment and it's crooked.
We're making our apartment up nicely. We're two millennials who are neurospicy. Okay, so we are putting up the shelves. First things first, we got some wood. I don't know if we put the wood on camera, so let me show you the wood. We bought construction lumber. It's very rough hewn. We have some sandpaper. I'll show you that too. And we had them cut it. This whole thing, it's going to make 5 different shelves. So it was $6. We'll have to do a little bit of work. So I'm going to take some steel wool, stick that into a jar, and add in some distilled white vinegar. Goya. Now this will create a solution that we can use to ebonize. They say don't put the lid on because it creates a hydrogen gas. Basically, after you leave that for a day, it will react with the tannins in the wood in order to make a nice dark stain. Basically, it's a homemade stain. You can also use other tannins. One famous method to get tannins is tea. So I'm going to make a really strong tea and paint the wood with it. And then I'm going to paint the wood with this and it will create, well, you'll see probably really soon because I'm probably going to cut this video and then show you. Okay. And then the next thing is I got some sandpaper, 60, 100, 50, 220. Because it is so rough, I got the 60 and 100 and I'll probably finish it to 150. 220 is if like you want it really smooth. We don't need that. We'll see how we feel though. Carpentry like this is all about feel. So we got that and we got some brackets. So each shelf is, if we divide those shelves up, $6 for the whole piece of wood. Let's call it $2 a shelf, even though that's an exaggeration. And then these are like $2.50 a bracket. So each shelf is going to be $6, maybe $7 total. And with the sandpaper and the ebonizer is practically free because I already had still wool and vinegar and tea. And then the sandpaper, I don't know, like $1 or $2, depending on how much we use. And then we already have the screws and everything to put them up because of the other stuff we've been putting up around the apartment. We bought like a 50 pack. So we will do that. I just want to show you guys the setup process and we'll be doing the sanding and the ebonizing tomorrow. Okay, update on the tea that I'm going to use for the ebonizing, the tannins. You have to make it really, really strong. It's not even clear anymore. Look at that. So that's going, I'm still going to do that for another like hour or two, I think. So that'll be really good. And then an update on the ebonizer itself. Ooh, oh, look at that. That is dark. I have made this before and it did not get this dark this fast. So I'm pretty excited. I think it's going to be good. Give that a shake above the sink. Ooh, it's a little warm. It must be a exothermic reaction. And now I am going to put on a mask and start sanding these boards so we can get them painted and ebonized. I'm pretty excited. I just want to take off the rough edges so we don't get splinters. I've got the masks out and the wood all separated, ready to go for the sanding. This is here. And we got the brackets, so we're ready. But what was I just saying? Oh, don't hang when you're hangry.
I'm hangry.
You're hangry.
I'm hangry.
Yeah.
But I do have a list of things I want to hang.
Yeah. So I am heating up the dinner and then we're going to eat and watch a Traders. And maybe even when I'm done eating, I'll sand while we're watching. And then what's your list?
Shelves, mirrors, Nana's paintings, mailbox, and curtain rods.
Fatima made the rice. I made the chicken last night. And now we are going to turn it into masala, korma. What do you want? We're doing Taste of Inspirations tikka masala. And I fried the chicken in butter last night, so it's delicious. All right. Okay, so we got some of them sanded. These are the 5-foot ones. And I sanded them with 60 grit and then 100 grit. I kind of want them to still look rustic and like, rough. But I also don't want to get splinters on them and the surfaces we're using them. So these are the sanded ones. Let me try to get a glamour shot. Let's see if we can get. Let's see, smooth. Yeah, this is only 100 grit, so it's not super smooth, but this is going to be the front, and that's the top. And I guess you can only tell really in comparison. There we go. See how rough that is? Let me grit a smooth one now that you actually can see. See how much smoother that one is? Anyway. I brewed tea all day. We're going to ebonize it. So you've been seeing that it reacts with the tannins. Brewed tea has lots of tannins in it. So I'm going to put this into a container I don't mind sticking a paintbrush in. Just found my handy dandy paintbrush right here. Ooh, and we're going to paint these boys. We're going to probably paint them twice before we actually put the ebonizer on them, and I want them to dry in between. So I'm going to do that now. Okay, got it relaxing in the fan. That'll cool it off. I say cool it off. It'll cool it off, but it'll also dry it off by pushing drier air over the top of it to give more evaporation. It's kind of nice like this. This is what it is originally. It's a tea stain. It's not bad. I'm excited to go to black though. Okay, so this is the next day. They're all dried up. I think the tea stain looks nice. Here, this is it dry. I'll compare it to a piece of wood that's unstained. It's not a huge difference, but it definitely adds something to it. But we're going to ebonize it. I'm not going to do double tea because we just want it dark. It doesn't have to be like as black as possible. Ooh, it's gotten on top of the... Okay. Odd Fudd's here.
Let's ebonize!
Ebonizer Scrooge. I'm going to use that cup I used last night to dip the paintbrush in. Paintbrush is nice and dry. I'm going to use the same one. I banged out the dust that had settled on the drying boards. I have done this, but not with the tea stain. So I've done it and then ended up needing to add ink and stuff for smaller art projects, but not for like furniture before, so I'm pretty stoked. I never think this is going to work, because like, look at it. Is this going to work? We'll see. It smells like vinegar and metal. I'm going to do the bottom first, in case it's really messed up.
Was it gonna ebonize the floor?
No,
Okay.
because there's no tea on the floor.
Ah.
And it's vinyl.
That's so weird.
Huh, I thought it would be darker, but I'm not complaining.
But yeah, I like this color. It matches the floor actually.
Oh yeah.
It's so weird how it goes on clear like that.
Yeah, because it's a reaction happening in the wood, which is funny. Ha ha ha.
Are you nervous about being on camera today?
No.
That is crazy. Like, That is crazy how that looks. I like it, like a zebra.
Yeah, I was thinking, I even said this, I think, earlier in the video last night when I was working on it. Like, we're not looking for, like, perfect, smooth, whatever shelves. Like, we kind of want it to be this rustic wood.
We got this shelf from the hardware store. It is an espresso finish. This isn't real wood, is it?
I think it's press board.
Yeah, and it has veneer on it.
Yeah, like
right?
a vinyl veneer, it looks like.
Yeah, and this was expensive, right? Definitely more expensive than these shelves.
Yeah, it was like $12 or $13, $12 or $14, something like that.
Yeah, and you can see that it's like very similar. And this is something that we did with just stuff that we had at home.
Yeah. Like, the most expensive thing for this was the sandpaper, which we wanted anyway.
Yeah, and you can just get the wood that's already sanded.
Right. We bought the cheapest wood. So these shelves each were $3.
Yeah.
And then even if you include the sandpaper, you're looking at like $3.50. Like.
Yeah, and then this one was probably like maybe $9.
Yeah, I think it was $12
from the hardware store. It was definitely more expensive. And because we would have just gotten all of them from the hardware store if it wasn't too expensive.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I wasn't like, listen, I like to bust out the chemical knowledge and the do it yourself kind of tricks for sure. But like, if I didn't have to do this, I don't think I would have done it.
Yeah,
but
it's kind of like a really good match.
It's a really good, yeah. That's great.
Yeah.
Like, they're gonna match really well.
Yeah, and all of these three are gonna go on that wall, so that's perfect. All right. Cool.
Yeah, these look great. Like, I don't just let them dry, and then we can put them up.
Yay!
So I think you can see this piece of wood is uneven, but the front is straight across. We only spent $3 per shelf.
It looks great.
So we got
It's straight on the camera.
Okay, yeah. And then this one, I learned a lot of lessons from this one. So this one, I think I did very well. I got it level in all the directions. And this was easy. You saw the treatment to make it this color. What you didn't see is we picked out this piece of wood by checking in the hardware store to make sure it was as straight as possible. And then we just asked them to cut it to the size. We had already measured where we wanted it. And they'll cut it. At most lumber yards, they'll cut it for you. So you don't even need a saw. And then we used shims that we got from the dollar store to make it as even as possible. These guys.
Yeah. You can't even tell.
And you can't see them at all.
Yeah. So in another video, we'll decorate the shelves.
Yeah, I'm really excited
dress
about
them.
This. We just had to wait for our neighbor. We share a wall with our neighbor. So we tried to do it when they weren't home. Because
sharing is caring.
Yeah, because it's rude. You don't want to be banging on the walls and stuff when your neighbor's there. We did have to hammer stuff in. And then we got one more thing on this wall, and then I will be so happy to not be putting up anything on our shared wall. Every other wall is totally fine.
Yeah.
So.
All right, so job well done.
Yeah.
Close the video.
All right. I hope you enjoyed watching us ebonize and create these shelves from pretty much scratch and put them up.
You can do it too.
Yeah.
Comment, like, subscribe.
Yeah. If you want, we'll give you a video specifically about leveling a shelf. We can do that on a different shelf and we can show that process.
Yeah, when we put up the shelf with the mirror, we'll do that.
Yeah, that'll be the next one.
All right. Toodaloo.